I'm kind of at this interesting spot at Fisherman's Wharf, and I'm not really sure, but I came to this something that kind of ends with this, so I can't go any further. And I don't know how we're gonna navigate out of here, and I'll show you what this is, and we'll figure it all out together. Go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. See, I kind of wandered around. I was thinking I could try to get out of Fisherman's Wharf by this entrance over here, but then I came to a dead end. I think I shouldn't go through there. It looks like private property. It looks like just kind of like a storage place, and nobody would really come over here except for somebody who's trying to get a shortcut to come out of Fisherman's Wharf area. But when I was over here, I was like, dang, there's like kind of cool looking stuff. Like this facade is so beautiful, but of course this window, there's like paper that's blocked. All the stuff is blocked with, so it's like kind of typical Fisherman's Wharf stuff, that it's like all kind of facade things. But then when you look at it, it's like so cool looking. Like it's like, man, I wish these were like real buildings and not just facades. You can see like that one, there's like, you got X's, maybe like, I don't know, they have blinds in there as if somebody like lives there, right? It doesn't look like it's like a commercial business at all, but like maybe people, employees live and work there or something like that. You see those blinds are open, but then you got this kind of really beautiful mural too. Like it makes you really so curious, but then I don't know, it's like this is faced towards, I guess towards Sands Casino. Nobody else could really see it because this isn't really, you know, this is a dead end where I just went. You can't go that way either because you can't go into that, and that's all blocked. That's all blocked, so you kind of navigate, that's all blocked too. So I basically came in like this funny way, and I saw this mural for the first time, and I've been here 8 years. Never saw this mural before, and it's like, dang, that's a beautiful mural. But who's seeing it? Like it should be put in another location. Wow, it's like really cool looking. It's like, man, it's like Cuba written all over it. And then I look at some of this other stuff, like just how beautiful this facade stuff is, right? But it's like just used for like storage or something like that. Like an office right there. Nothing's there. Looks like they built a bar in there, but it's like just like used for office. Fisherman's Wharf is a little bit hard to understand, like the way that it's built. It's on the waterfront, but nothing's really faced towards the water. Got these beautiful buildings, but they're all kind of fake, and you got this beautiful fountains like this. And like, look at this, like right here, you see that brown paint that's dripping off, so somebody must have painted this thing brown, and then the paint dripped down, I guess. Yeah, big globs of, I don't know, maybe that's supposed to be that way, but it's like a bunch of, or foam or something like that. Like maybe they put foam in there and it started leaking down. There's a tree growing out of that one, and the roots are hanging way down. And then it's right next to, I don't know. Then you got this like beautiful landscape stuff that's like somebody's taking care of. Looks really beautiful, right? And you got more of these things are all blocked, and doors that are closed and locked. And this has been like this for like 8 years. Like some of these, like it's not just because of COVID. It's like abandoned, but it's like don't really paint it or anything like that. It's kind of a puzzle. This Fisherman's Wharf is kind of a puzzle to me. It definitely brings tourists, but it's kind of confusing. Like the structure is kind of confusing. Like the fact that that's a dead end, you can't. There's no way to go from here to that Sands Casino. Stuff like that. And then you got this one. This little food truck is open in Lively, right? But then the businesses usually are not. So is it a reflection of the rent being too high? Like what's up with all that? But it definitely brings in tourists, but it's like, I think all the rents are too high. They can't really keep things in business very well. There's a Coliseum over there. I think we're gonna walk down this way a little bit. And Actually, somehow this area started selling some, was able to rent out some of their places where a lot of the other things can't seem to get any renters. And I don't know if the prices are too high or the land is too high. Something is amiss. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe if you know, that maybe I think there's all kind of speculation about it. But tourists definitely come here because it's very photogenic. But not a lot of tourists. They usually go to the actual casinos themselves and walk around some of the tourist sites like Senado Square and things like that. But before, people do sit out in this area though. But today it's kind of a today is Friday morning. It's the weekend before Easter, so I think there might be some holidays. And Darling on the Wharf. Good restaurants here. Here's a nice place, nice restaurant. I think I've seen people out here before in this spot, usually in the evenings. And now we kind of have this beautiful area. That's the other thing that's kind of interesting too about this area is that like it's hard to get out of here to there. You can only go down to that spot way down there and that spot way down there. So when you're in here, you can't really get out very easily. Has to be like at one of the two exits. And then the other thing is most of these places are focused in the middle. So you have this beautiful harbor view, but there's not much focus here. Like there's one boat right there. That's interesting. Usually I never see boats at this harbor. Huh. But there's very little that's focused on the water. There's a few places over there. Those blue tents is a Thai restaurant, and those are focused to the water. There's that yellow building. There's a couple that are focused, some tables that are focused there. These ones are usually busy, and then there's also some tables here too, right there. So there's all these places that could be more focused on the waterfront, because I think a lot of people would love to just sit here and overlook this water. And just for reference points, that's the bridge to Hong Kong. This is the one that goes from northern Macau to northern Taipa, and it's kind of a quick way to get to the border of China and to the northern parts of Macau. And then there's a bridge to Hong Kong over there. So all that stuff over there is part of that, but that's closed because of COVID. There's ferry terminal right there, and those are all closed because of COVID as well, so nobody can go in or out of that. And we're gonna just kind of walk over towards this I don't know what you call it, Coliseum. We'll just kind of show you that too. So yeah, this is actually a really beautiful area, but the construction of it is kind of confusing to me. It's like so beautiful photogenically, and it attracts tourists, but it's like so underutilized at the same time. Like we started with that Kiba thing, right? It's like faced in a place that nobody can walk by and see it. So I never saw it. First time I saw it. And I started way over there in the corner where there's like the road to nowhere, where nobody can see all that cool stuff around the sides. Like it's not utilized. It's nothing to really bring people over there. You got this as well. The boulevard is closed. Huh. Visit our street food. I'd love to visit that street food. It could be really tasty. But that sign looks really old and looks like it's I'm not sure what the boulevard is. Is the boulevard up there? Or is it that one over there? And then this is, of course, is really cool. But I like to film this more when there's tourists around. It's more interesting because they'll be poking around, taking pictures. Yeah, look at this car. There's actually some really cool stuff. Photogenically, it's amazing. Actually, that's really cool right there. Okay, there we go. And then now you have this. So this is kind of this is another one that's not really used, but they got this beautiful stuff, so they could do like theater, could do anything right here, shows. But I saw one thing in the 8 years that I've been here. They did one Thai boxing one, and that was the only time I've ever seen them use this. Granted, I don't come here all the time, but it should have stuff all the time, right? Basically, Fisherman's Wharf is usually more used for, there's some nice restaurants, so people will go there, but they're quite overpriced. And then there's some hotels, so people might stay in those. And then also they has club, D3, D2. A couple other things like that too around here, but anyways, that's Sands Casino, so there are some casinos around here too. I think I'll just end it. Maybe I'll just go around the corner, and then you can kind of see. Yeah, this gate is always here too. You think you just let people walk in, but they don't want people to go in. I've walked in before and they tell me to get out of there. But it's like kind of like ruins, you know? They don't really do anything with it. It's like a facade of ruins, and then it's also like facade of ruins, and it's also like underused and underutilized, so it's kind of funny like that. Okay, anyways, but it's such a cool area. I just really wish it was more utilized better. Okay, let's end it right there.